The thing is, in order for you to be successful, you don't need to be motivated. You need to be disciplined. Okay. You can be motivated when you're creating the goal. You can be motivated even when you're putting in place the plan. But when you're on day 20, when you're on day 45, when you're a year in, when you're 2 years into building the business, building the brand, trying to get the promotion, trying to improve your skills, whatever the case may be, you are going to need discipline. You are not going to be able to stay motivated. I don't care how many YouTube videos you watch. I don't care how much Eric Thomas you listen to. I don't care how much David Goggins you listen to. You're going to need discipline before you have motivation. Welcome to the Dream Lifestyle Podcast, where the focus and mission is to help you find your how to your biggest goals. My name is Trevon Gross Jr., and I'm extremely thankful to have you here today because you matter, your dream matters, it is possible, and I believe in you. I'm excited about today's episode, but before we get to the episode, I want to ask you a question, and that question is, how did you grow this week? All right. I want to start asking you guys a question every single week. So that question for today's episode is, how did you grow this week? All right. So leave me a comment. If you're listening to me on a podcast platform, shoot me an email or shoot me a DM so that way you can let me know, how did you improve this week? In what areas did you grow? How did you grow in a way that pushed you towards your goals and your dreams? Because that's super important, because again, the entire purpose of this platform is to help you move forward, to help you and encourage you and empower you to really take action towards the life that you want to live. So let me know in the comments. Also, if you're somebody that is trying to improve your consistency, you're trying to improve your discipline, and you're just overall trying to make something happen so that way you can live the life that you want to live, i.e. your dream, this is the place for you. So be sure to subscribe, be sure to listen, to leave a review, be sure to comment, be sure to like this episode, and even share this episode with somebody else that you know has a dream and has goals and is really ready to take action for those goals. Okay. Now, in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 solutions to 3 guaranteed challenges that you are going to face on your way to success. And I'm really excited to share these with you because honestly, these solutions that I'm going to share could really be the key. All right. They could really be the key. Let me go ahead and silence this real quick. So they could really be the key for you because in a lot of ways, I never get on this platform and tell you anything that I have not done myself or anything that I have not dealt with myself. And I believe in the same way that these 3 solutions were a key for me, they can really be a key for you, and they'll truly help you in your process. That way, your process is just a little bit easier, right? In some way, shape, or form. If you can do something a little bit better or a little bit faster or a little bit more efficiently, why not take the gems and take the advice? So what I'm going to do is how I'm going to explain all of this. I'm going to give you the challenge first that you're guaranteed to face, and then I'm going to give you the solution. Okay. And so the first challenge that you are guaranteed to face on your road to success is doubt. In some way, shape, or form, in different points in the journey, you are going to experience doubt. And doubt can look like, just low productivity. Doubt can look like hesitance in making a decision. Doubt could look like analysis paralysis. Doubt can just be just your overall doubting your ability to get something done. Doubt could look like not necessarily believing fully in the plan. So doubt can show itself in so many different ways. And that just comes with it, because at the end of the day, where you want to go is unknown. And because it's unknown to you, and I always talk about how you have to become someone more, you have to become someone new, you have to chase the excellent version that God has created you to be. There is so much unknown when you think about human understanding that you're going to have to face challenges. You're going to be in situations that you might not have ever imagined, right? And a lot of times, for example, we always talk about how we, get in the room and be around people that are influential and be around people that can teach you. Well, what never really gets talked about is the fact that can be intimidating. Like in the same way that can be a great thing, that can also be a really intimidating thing as well. And for some of you, you may have experienced that. I know I did. So, when I got in certain rooms with certain people, there was that quick thought of, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually, in the same room with that person. Like, do I belong? Like, do I deserve to be here? And just, again, that's doubt showing itself. And it's in those moments of fear, it's in those moments of doubt that you really have to take action in a way that turns the volume down on that voice, that doubtful voice, turns the volume down on that fear that will allow you to basically take steps that move you forward. Okay. And doubt is just, again, it's guaranteed. So it's not a matter of how you can stop it from happening. It's a matter of how do you deal with it when it comes. Okay. And the solution to doubt, your solution to doubt, and I actually have two solutions for this one. Two solutions. The first solution to doubt is you need to have a plan. Okay. You need to create a practical plan for your success so that way you can overcome doubt. Because the thing is, right, I can say, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. But if I just never really create a workout regimen, or I never hire a trainer, or I never actually plan out how I'm going to do it, that goal, that dream is just going to be a hope. It's just going to be wishful thinking, because I didn't actually come up with a practical strategy where I knew, okay, I need to do A, B, C, D. I need to eat this. I need to go to the gym at this time. I need to know, you need a plan. And when you have a plan, you will build confidence in your ability to complete the goal. Okay. And so many people miss this because they get caught up in their busyness, or they don't actually take the time to sit down and create the plan. But you need to create a plan so that way you can overcome any type of doubt, whether it be doubt in self, whether it be doubt in the dream itself, whatever it is. If you are somebody and you are dealing with doubt on any level, I don't care. You need to create a plan. And in that plan, be as detailed as possible, and also be as real as possible. Because so often we make these plans and they're like wishful plans. You need to make real, tangible, practical plans that put you in position for success, and that you just need to be authentic with yourself. Be honest with yourself about what you're going to do. Be honest with yourself about what you don't know. Be honest with yourself about what you're even hesitant to do and where you need support, so that way you can actually create the plan and then follow through in taking action on that plan. But when you take action on your plan, you're going to be simply moving the chain, stacking those days, taking those steps forward that you need to be successful. And again, it just creating that plan, it makes it real. When you create a plan, it just mentally will make the entire vision real to you, as opposed to it just being, oh, that would be really nice if that happens. Okay, the plan makes it real, it makes it tangible, and it builds that confidence that you're going to do it. Now, the second solution to doubt is you need to create a list of affirmations for yourself. Okay, again, I told you these are going to be very practical pieces of advice. All right, you need to have just a list of affirmations for yourself. Now, I would say you don't necessarily need like a long list of affirmations. I have about 5 for me that work beautifully, but you need to create a list of affirmations for yourself, so that way whenever you do deal with doubt, particularly with self-doubt, okay, if you are somebody that, your confidence might not be as high as it needs to be, you need to have some sort of saving power statements that allow you to get back on track, that keep you productive. And in those affirmations, again, you're just training your brain to really believe. There's really a psychology to saying out loud, right? It says in the Bible that out of the heart, the mouth speaks, and your words do have power. And there's so many of us that we're able to quote those scriptures, we're able to talk about how your words matter and everything like that, but we don't actually use the power that we have. And so I'm encouraging you to come up with a list of affirmations and really start using the power of the tongue that you have. So you really need to start speaking these affirmations over yourself. And to go even deeper into that, if you're somebody that, you're like, well, when do I say them? Say them every single day. Whether you say them every day in the morning, whether you say them at the middle of your day, whether you say them before you go to bed, make sure that you find time to affirm yourself, to build confidence in yourself, and to simply empower yourself towards the goal, towards the dream, because again, you're guaranteed to face doubt. And when you do, you're going to need to have something you can fall on, and creating a plan as well as having a list of affirmations are really going to help create a foundation for you that even in the face of obstacles, that even in the face of the unexpected, that even in the face of the good, the bad, the ugly, you know what you can fall back on, because you have a plan and you have affirmations that let you know, I believe in me and I believe in the goal. I believe in the plan, in the dream itself. Okay, so those are the two solutions. So you solve doubt by 1, creating a plan, and then 2, you create a list of affirmations for yourself, and you use the power of your mouth, the power of your words to speak those things into existence. Okay, now the second challenge that you're bound to face on your way to success is a lack of motivation. All right, a lack of motivation. And this could be a result of falling into the consistency trap. This could be a result of just being bored. Honestly, being great is a boring process. Any process that takes a long period of time can be boring. And you're going to face at some point a lack of motivation, whether it be because you haven't necessarily seen the results when you wanted to, or, just whenever you just don't feel like doing the same thing over and over and over again. Whatever it is, because of the repetition of it, you're going to end up facing a lack of motivation. You're going to have those days where you just don't feel like it. You're going to have those days where it's just like, oh, what is this all for? Right? But you need to make sure that, again, you're not dealing with how do I never have those days? It's how do I respond when I don't feel motivated to do it? And the thing about motivation is a very temporary. Motivation is a very temporary emotion. It's a very temporary feeling, because the thing is, in order for you to be successful, you don't need to be motivated. You need to be disciplined. Okay. You can be motivated when you're creating the goal. You can be motivated even when you're putting in place the plan. But when you're on day 20, when you're on day 45, when you're a year in, when you're 2 years into building the business, building the brand, trying to get the promotion, trying to improve your skills, whatever the case may be, you are going to need discipline. You are not going to be able to stay motivated. I don't care how many YouTube videos you watch. I don't care how much Eric Thomas you listen to. I don't care how much David Goggins you listen to. You're going to need discipline before you have motivation. Okay. And in order for you to build that discipline, and this is the action, the solution to the lack of motivation, you're going to need to define what a successful day looks like for you. Okay. And that is just a clear definition of day to day in my process. If I hit these micro day targets, that's what I call them, micro day targets. And I always create a list of, I need to make sure I work out today. I need to make sure I learn something new today. And I need to make sure that I call 2 people, or whatever the case may be. Whatever your micro day targets are, right, that in a way that are pushing you towards your goal, you need to use those micro day targets as a way to define what a successful day looks like for you. And again, this is to build discipline, because motivation is not going to do it for you. When you think about, the lack of motivation, well, let me go into the difference between motivation and discipline. So motivation, again, is something very temporary and it's something very emotional, whereas discipline is just the decision to do it even when you don't feel like doing it. And so when you're in a space, when you're in the position where you don't feel motivated to do something, you need to have the discipline to just know, okay, I don't feel like doing XYZ, whatever it is that I have in my day. But for me, I have defined that a successful day means that I hit these 3 to 5 to 6 micro day targets. So at that point, you just be an adult, you put on your big boy pants, you put on your big girl pants, and you just hit your targets. And then you go to sleep knowing I didn't necessarily feel like doing it, but I hit my micro day targets, and those micro day targets are purposeful and they're intentional in a way that, as long as you do those 5 things, you had a successful day. And the reason why that is so important, because when you're able to basically, again, consistently have those successful days, you're not going to, the number of days where that doubt kicks in, the number of days where that lack of motivation kicks in are going to lessen, just because, again, you're training your brain to just be successful every single day. And that's going to change. A successful day for me today is very different than what a successful day a year ago was, right? But it's a matter of just being very clear in, okay, in this current season that I'm in, where God has me today, as long as I do these things, I can call today a success. I can lay my head down, not worrying or beating myself up because I didn't do enough or I didn't do anything, whatever the case may be. But you need to make sure that you can define what a successful day is for you. Okay. So let me know right now if that helps, and let me know if you have some ideas when you think about just what a successful day is for yourself. All right. So leave me a comment to let me know what a successful day looks like for you, so we could talk more about it. Okay. And the last challenge that you are bound to face when it comes to your success is accountability. All right, is accountability. Now, new levels always bring new devils, as the saying goes. And in that, your new levels are going to bring new challenges. And in those new challenges, that means that there are going to be new action steps that you're going to need to take. And the thing is, the road of a dreamer is a lonely one. It is a misunderstood road. And if you do not have the right things, the right systems in place, it's going to be very hard for you to take those action steps. It's going to be very hard for you to be held accountable to those action steps, because again, you are not self-made and you're not going to be able to accomplish your dream alone, because again, your dream is purpose-filled and your purpose has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with everybody else. And so when you think about accountability, you're going to run into the challenge of accountability, but the solution to an accountability challenge is having the right solar system. All right, having the right solar system in place. Solar system defined as basically who and what is around you. Okay, and I'll start with the who. Your solar system, in terms of who is around you. You want to make sure that you have 3 types of people that are around you. You want to make sure that you have the type of person that is ahead of you in the journey, that is specific to your dream, and you're connected to them, whether it be in person, whether it be through a course, whether it be through YouTube, however you can be connected to that person that is ahead of you. You need to have the second type of person is the type of person that is right where you are, so that you can collaborate and grow with somebody together. And then you have the third type of person that is a couple steps behind you, so that way you can help them advance themselves as well. And those are the 3 types of people that you need to have in your solar system, so that way you can overcome accountability. Because again, when you are connected ahead of you, when you're connected with somebody that's right where you are, and you are connected with people that are behind you, there is going to be a natural pressure, a healthy pressure, I'll even add, that will basically say, okay, in order for me to keep moving forward and, for the people behind me to still view me as a predominant figure in whatever learning or whatever space you're in whatever the goal is, right? There's a level of accountability, of healthy accountability that will come with that, because there won't be any time for slacking. Because everybody else is going to be working. The people ahead of you, they're going to keep working. The people that are with you, they're trying to get to the people ahead. And then the people behind are trying to catch up to you. And so everybody else is going to be working. And if you put yourself in a system where you are in the middle of that, you are going to basically feel that healthy pressure to, you know what, I don't feel like doing such and such today. I don't necessarily feel like watching that video. I don't feel like taking that action step today. But I know that if I was so-and-so, they would do it. I know that, my contemporaries, the people that I work with that are on my level, they're doing what they have to do. And I know that the people behind me that I'm helping, they're taking action steps to get where I am. So because of that healthy pressure, rather than fall into my feelings and make a decision that just feels good, I'm going to be disciplined and make a decision to take action in whatever it is that I need to do, even though I don't feel like doing it, because I have the right solar system and I'm accountable to what I do. So that way, whenever I meet with these people, in the same way they're able to bring, hey, this is what I did to the table, I can bring, hey, this is what I did to the table as well. Okay. And that's why having a solar system is so important when you think about accountability. Okay. And now on the what side of your solar system, when it comes to overcoming the challenge of accountability, you're basically, you need to have things in your solar system that help keep you focused and help keep you motivated. Right. And I'm saying motivation just because there are moments in time where you need that extra boost to really do something. And again, with that lack of accountability will just keep you stuck. So you really want to make sure that you have, posters. You want to make sure that you have podcasts, you have books that you're reading that really keep you like, okay, no, like this is what I need to do. And these are the action steps that I need to take. Okay. And again, all of these are very actionable items. Okay. So just to wrap up and just recap everything that we talked about in today's episode. So the 3 challenges, your first challenge is doubt. And you solve doubt by creating a plan, as well as creating a list of affirmations for yourself and using your words to speak those affirmations. The second challenge that you are guaranteed to face is a lack of motivation. And in order to overcome that lack of motivation is you build discipline by defining what a successful day is for you. And then thirdly, a lack of accountability, and you overcome a lack of accountability by building the right solar system. All right, by basically defining who and what is around you. So I hope this episode was helpful to you. Again, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a comment to let me know how you grew this week. How did you improve? How did you move the needle towards the goal? Also, be sure, if you haven't already, check out the Dreamer Symposium that's coming up next week. Super exciting. Next week is the very first in-person experience here in Central New Jersey. Super excited for that. So if you're somebody that you have goals and you're really ready to create a purpose-filled plan for those goals in 2023, the Dreamer Symposium is a place that you need to be. You need to get in the room for this event. It's going to be awesome. There's already a lot of people that have signed up, and I'm super excited. So be sure that you're along with them. If you want to get a ticket, it's in the description link below. Again, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment, be sure to like, share this episode, leave a review if you're listening to me on a podcast platform. And always remember, your dream is possible as long as you are willing to work for it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys next week.